Welcome to Purani Jeans Se Pyaar. I'm trying to fit into my old jeans in 45 days. And if you haven't joined us yet, do it now because it's never too late.
And today I'm going to focus on the inner thigh to get you a strong and toned inner thigh. As we start aging, the hamstrings become stiff. By performing these postures regularly, you will be able to maintain optimal flexibility in those areas.
And I'm going to teach you how to make Sarso ka Saag and also prove to you that greens are not always boring. So let's begin.
We had shown inner thigh stretches few days back. The link is given below. Start with those stretches and then continue with today's exercise. So the first stretch for today, your right leg out, left knee bent and stretch it out. So your left toes are facing outward. Keep stretching both the legs away from each other as much as possible and be there for a few seconds with normal breathing. Bend your right knee. Again, try and keep both the knees away from each other as much as possible. Hold it there. Core in, your hips firmly on the floor. Straighten your left leg at the back. Be there for a few seconds. And roll over. Your spine tall. Stretch your front torso. Try and push your hips down as much as possible. And relax. Repeat the same thing with the other leg. We'll go with the second stretch. It is kind of split, which is called Hanuman Asana. So, fold your mat so that you can get cushioning for your knees. Get into kneeling position. Right leg out, just be there for a few seconds. Come on the right heel and start sliding your right heel out as much as possible. Wait for a few seconds. If you want, you can keep your hands on the waist. Go a little forward again. More. Get your fingertips on the floor to get support now. Okay. You start moving your body weight forward so that you can go further out like this as much as possible and hold it over there. Be there for like 10-20 seconds with normal breathing and slowly come back. So take support of your fingertips or palm, whatever is on the floor, and start sliding in this way and come back. Relax. Make sure you take cushioning for your knee, otherwise you will get a lot of stretch from the floor. The third variation, you need to stand up. Let's do it on the floor so that you can have a better grip. Stand with your legs apart as much as possible. Your hands on the waist. Okay. Start sliding slowly. Get your legs away from each other, but make sure you have complete grip on your heels so that you just don't slide kind of a thing. So go out as much as possible. Go out and when possible, get your fingertips on the floor. And now come on the heel and slowly slide your heel out. Wherever you want, you can stop. Just be there. Hold. Hold this position. Be there for 10-20 seconds and slowly come back. Slowly. Move your hands forward and legs in. Health tip of the day. Research shows that as we start aging, we lose around 30% of flexibility in the hamstring muscles. By performing these postures regularly, you can actually maintain optimal flexibility in those areas.
Now let's go into the kitchen and make that Sarso ka Saag. Welcome to our kitchen. You know, I'm trying to fit into my old jeans the yummy way, but the healthy way. So today I'm going to teach you how to make Sarso ka Saag.
You know, Kriti, this season I didn't have a chance to eat Sarso ka Saag. So I'm eagerly waiting for that.
So you don't have to wait any longer. Let's begin. So Shammi, I've preheated this pan. I'm going to start by adding some mustard oil. About a teaspoon of mustard oil, and we have to smoke it. We've talked about this. Usually raw mustard oil will not give you the right flavor because it's pungent in taste. So now you can see that the oil has smoked. I'm going to add a little bit of garlic, a little ginger, some green chili, slit green chili, and I'm going to add onion to this. And at a high flame, I'm just going to brown the onion a little bit. So Shammi, the onion has almost browned now. To this, I'm going to add these chopped tomatoes, and we are going to cook it for about 2 to 3 minutes. Now I'm just going to lower the flame and put on the lid and let it cook for about 2 minutes. So looks like the tomatoes are cooked. Now this is a bit of my touch to the recipe. We usually eat sarson ka saag with makke ki roti. I add a little corn into this recipe. It gives it a little texture, and the sweetness of the corn actually complements the saag. This is lightly boiled corn, so you don't need to cook it for very long, but we need to blend it in. So I'm going to cover it and cook it again for 2 minutes. So looks like this corn is also cooked now. We put a little gur to just cut out the bitterness. So it's not really sweet, but it comes across as the natural sweetness of the saag because it cuts out the bitterness completely. Now this is the saag. This saag is made of 3 types of greens. It's got spinach, it's got mustard leaves, and it's got bathua or pigweed. These 3 leaves are basically blanched and then made into a paste. It makes the entire process a bit faster. Otherwise, saag is cooked on a low heat overnight to mince it like this. And as this cooks, the color will dull out a little bit because right now it's just blanched. So your color is brighter. So that's how you get to know that it's cooked. So I'm going to increase the flame a little bit. Greens cook pretty fast, so I'm not going to cover it. Usually at this stage, a lot of people will add cream and butter. But let's face it, we are on a health show and you're going to kill me if I add any cream and butter. But honestly, it tastes equally good even without that cream and butter because the mustard oil, it boosts the flavor and it's very good for your heart. So this saag is ready. You can make it a corn palak saag, or you can simply eat it as a sarson ka saag with makke ki roti. I'm just going to turn off the heat. So Shammi, this sarson ka saag is ready for you all to enjoy.
And I'm going to make makke ki roti to eat with your healthy sarson ka saag.